One in 4 mammals, 1 in 8 birds, more than a third of amphibians, and nearly 1 in 3 conifer trees, all are at risk of dying out. Some 20,000 of the world's plant and animal species are now threatened with extinction out of 65,000 monitored. 1.7 million exist in total. Some 800 already listed as extinct have disappeared completely, while 63 species are only able to survive in captivity. Within the world's mammal population, more than half of all primates are under threat of extinction due to the destruction of tropical forests, the illegal wildlife trade, and hunting. The future of 6 out of 8 bear species is also cause for concern. The giant panda, for example, is considered endangered, while the polar bear is vulnerable. In the oceans, climate change and overfishing are affecting a third of the world's coral reefs. Meanwhile, more than 30% of shark species and rays are threatened with extinction, again due to overfishing. Back on dry land, the situation is just as worrying for plants. More than 9,000 types could soon disappear. Central Asia's wild apricot, for example, the wild ancestor of varieties of the fruit grown worldwide.
Man, it's so hot. Can you guess where I am? That's right, the desert. There are many endangered species in the desert. Let's take a look. The Egyptian tortoise is critically endangered and extinct in most of its natural habitat. Its cause is loss of habitat and pet trade. The Sahara of Thanius is only found in the Sahara Desert, and it is a tiny 1 3/4 inch fish, and it's critically endangered on the IUCN Red List. Habitat is drastically reduced by drought, groundwater contamination, and pumping for agricultural use. Woo, that was a lot. Let's name one more. There are fewer than 250 adult cheetahs left in the wild. They are all critically endangered under the IUCN Red List. They all live in Algeria and Niger in small populations. Their causes of extinction are loss of habitat, hunting by local people, and reduced population of primary prey.
Whoa, brah! Welcome to the ocean. Lots of species we can look at here.
The blue whale, the largest of all whales, is said to be the largest mammals in Earth history. They're endangered worldwide. and they are targeted by whale hunters because they are so valuable due to their incredible size. They are also threatened by ship strikes, chemical pollution, and noise. There are approximately 10,000 and 20,000 left. The Steller sea lion is another one of Earth's endangered mammals. They are critically endangered, mostly in the Western Hemisphere. They usually get caught in fishing nets or are shot by fishermen who consider them competition or pests to the fishing industry. There are less than 70,000 left. The green sea turtle is endangered worldwide, though they mostly live in coastal waters. They are over-harvested for their highly prized meat, which is used to make turtle soup. Others are accidentally caught in fishing nets. There are less than 200,000 turtles left. The rainbow parrotfish is a species vulnerable to extinction. The removal of mangroves, which is the destroying of coral reefs, makes the species vulnerable to destruction of young. Other factors that cause extinction for this species include pollution, overfishing, and coastal development. There are approximately 13,000 rainbow parrotfish left.
Like I said, overfishing is a cause for extinction, so be sure to watch what you catch.
We are here in the grasslands.
The Groby zebras are endangered due to hunting and habitat loss. The population decline of 50% happened in the last 2 decades. There are approximately 2,000 zebras left. They live in East Africa, however, due to rapid declines in their population, they are now confined to the Horn of Africa, primarily in South Ethiopia and North Kenya. Their habitat loss was already restricted because of their competition for resources. Hunting is a primary cause of decline in Ethiopia because they're hunted for their skins, sometimes food, and in some regions, medical use. The black rhino is critically endangered and is nearing extinction. The black rhino has long been hunted for its horns. There are 4,848 due to hunting and poaching. They have a habitat loss in coastal East Africa and South Africa. There was a 50% increase of rhinos killed since 2011 and a 5,000% increase since 2007. Illegal wildlife trade and poaching occur for horns due to the rising demand for horns. The Rothschild giraffe is endangered and is close to being critically endangered. At first they lived in Kenya, Uganda, and Sudan, but they are now extinct in Sudan, with 13 locations in Kenya and Uganda. Human expansion caused them to have habitat loss, and people are starting to poach them. This resulted in there being fewer than 670 in the wild. Asian elephant is endangered and is located in Southeast Asia. There is a habitat loss due to human population increase, and there is also poaching for ivory, meat, and hides. The population is estimated to have fallen by at least 50% over the last 60 to 75 years due to illegal hunting and trade. The Presidio clarkia is endangered. It is located in serpentine soils created from California's state rock. It occurs in fault zones and tends to have high levels of heavy metals such as zinc and magnesium and low levels of nutrients. Most of Presidio's grasslands have been developed or overrun by invasive European grasses.
Save the grasslands before it's too late.
Welcome to the tundra.
The polar bear ranges from northern Alaska across Canada as well as in Russia. Polar bears use pack ice to ambush seals, a major food source. Breeding polar bears also raise their young on the ice packs. In 2008, the bear was listed as threatened. In 2010, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services listed 120 million acres as protected habitat for the animal. Full endangered status for the polar bear is a continuous issue. The Arctic fox changes its coat to match the season. As the tundra warms, the Arctic fox has seen its territory invaded by the larger red fox. The Arctic fox competes for the same food sources as the red fox. The red fox have been observed killing Arctic foxes, sometimes burrowing into their dens. The Eskimo curlew is a 12-inch long bird that nests in the Arctic tundra. Not only is the bird on the endangered list, it might very well be extinct. The last one seen in 1996 in the Canadian province of Manitoba, though that sighting was not officially documented. The last verified sighting was in 1960. A wood bison is more than 6 feet tall and 2,000 pounds. The wood bison was once a familiar sight in the interior of Alaska, but at the time of publication, the only wild herds left were in Canada. A captive herd does exist at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. The wood bison has been on the federal endangered list since 1973.
It's really pouring down here. I'm in the rainforest. Approximately 80% of gorillas' population is extinct. They are extinct due to destruction of habitat, humans hunting them, and the results of the fatal Ebola virus. Close to only 15,000 jaguars are in conservations and wildlife. They are going extinct because of poaching for their fur. Of the 243 known species, 28% of the 243 species are endangered. Of the 25,000 orchids in the rainforest, most are critically endangered, or extinct.